Today we have a disturbing video where two police officers are sitting in their squad car in LA, and a gunman comes up and just shoots them point blank. There's a video of this. I'm not sure if this is CCTV or if this is someone recording from afar. I think it's the CCTV, especially since there's no volume on the video. And here, as you can see, a young man or young boy comes in point blank, just shoots into the car, injuring them quite badly, and they had to go to the hospital. What's pretty sick about this is a lot of this could be avoided if politicians set their differences aside, stopped worrying about the damn election, and started worrying about the people. This is one thing that made Bernie Sanders actually quite popular when he was running, is he's the only politician that we've seen of recent who actually seems to care about real life situations. We've had this problem with police officers uh, behaving incorrectly and killing people even without reason, and there's been nothing done. And this has been for a lot longer than just Trump. This has been through Obama and further on. This has been throughout history. And nobody is doing anything and nobody has done anything. And then we have people like Tucker Carlson. Here he says, if we're going to survive as a country, we must defeat Black Lives Matters. Now, this is not regarding this incident, but obviously it's not the proper rhetoric to have. Uh, Maybe there are some problems with the organization, and there are some bad apples in that organization or associated, but to try to defeat what is considered a movement, they should be focused on the movement and not the organization. And then there needs to be more focus on the problems that we're having, that African Americans are facing, and others as well. But especially right now with that, uh, the recent shooting of Blake. I mean, this guy could have been tasered. There was no reason to shoot the guy. Just absolutely no reason. They should have tasered him. They should have taken him down, and that would have been it. Here, Trump says Antifa linked suspect that was killed. He calls it retribution. This is again just very inappropriate rhetoric by the president of all people. But it doesn't matter. President, on a news reporter, you have a large platform. You could easily be working together, taking care of the real problems. And a lot of times, what happens and what's happening in this situation is no one's focusing on the real problems. Everyone's focusing on the political view, on, you know, whether there's looting or whether police are getting killed, and nobody's coming together to work on the problem as a whole. Because most police are decent people, and most people that worry about uh, Black lives and the Black Lives Matter movement, most are good people as well. But then you have a lot of bad apples, and here's a good example on the other side, the Black Lives Movement. There's a lot of people that are antagonizing people. People are just sitting at a restaurant. They come up very forcefully, trying to demand them to support the movement in quite aggressive ways, as you can see in one video. I mean, the way that they treat this lady and the way that we see them treating elderly people is very close to criminal. And this is not the way to push forward your agenda. You're going from one extreme to the other. Now, what they're doing is they're being racist while they're trying to promote an anti-racism agenda. Doesn't really work really well. At the end of the day, I think T'Challa said this best.
I chose my people. I chose Wakanda. Our future depended on...
You are wrong! All of you are wrong! I cannot rest where he sits on the throne. He is a monster of our own making. I must take the mantle back. I must right these wrongs.